Welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone. It's Lucie Fink. I'm finally back in my New York City apartment. Michael and I came back after Labor Day, and I'm really excited that we finally have this time to be alone together and to be back in this beautiful space that we moved into just last year and decorated so beautifully, as you can see behind me. This is my favorite wall in the apartment. We're currently in my office, and I'm really excited to share the recent challenge I did with you. Thank you so much to Fabletics for sponsoring today's video. A little bit later, I'll share with you some of my favorites from the September collection. And because I was so bored, I got really crafty and creative, and I decided to show you, alongside the outfits, a really cool camera editing trick. Before we get into it, be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you're excited to watch it, and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this, but also not like this. I make a whole variety of videos, and I love that. As you likely know, I love challenging myself. I love trying new things and pushing myself to do things that are a little bit uncomfortable. So when I was thinking about what challenge to try next for one of my videos, I asked myself, what have I been addicted to lately? Because whatever that is, I want to throw it out the window for 24 hours and see if I make it through. And the first thing that came to mind was my cell phone. I know I've already done a 5 days of no cell phone challenge. It was actually my first episode of Try Living with Lucie ever in 2015. But ever since that video, I have not gone phoneless again, even for just 24 hours. So this is the first time that I'm phoneless since 2015. I realized that I'm addicted to my phone for so many reasons, because it's not just about going on Instagram or about texting my friends, but I use my phone for so many things in my personal life. It's my alarm clock when I wake up. I use it for directions to get around. I reach for it pretty much every time I'm not sitting next to a computer if I want to look up any piece of information in the world. I use various apps on my phone to track different health markers in my life, so my phone is often a habit tracker for me. It's where I write down my daily to-do list. I even use an app to track my periods, so I'm kind of always referring to my phone, and without it, it seems like I'd have a very different life. It truly is a lifeline for me, and so I just decided to choose a random day in my life in New York City and to go without it for an entire 24 hours. I also decided to make this day a full no technology day, so it was basically one giant digital detox. No TV, no computer, and of course, no cell phone. So going into this week, I had to sort of tell my family what I was doing. Unfortunately, or fortunately, I don't know, you decide, I have the type of relationship with my family where if I am unreachable for 24 hours, someone's gonna send a search party. So I had to let my family know that I was doing an experiment and that if they really needed something urgent, they could contact Michael, who was working from home. Thankfully, they didn't need anything, so I was alone for the day, but honestly, it's kind of strange that we live in a world where I had to alert people of that and I couldn't just go off the grid. One thing I did experiment with, though, was I intentionally did not tell my work team, which is the talent agency that I work with every day, that I was going off. I just made sure that I didn't have anything that was due to them that day, and then I just took the day off and I didn't say anything. And you know what? One of the most surprising aspects of it was that when I got back to my computer the next day, nobody asked where I was or what I was doing, so it kind of showed me that I can make my own schedule a lot more than I think I can. Good morning. I just woke up. I didn't set an alarm intentionally because I didn't want to wake up with my phone, so I just sort of slept until I woke up. And I just checked in the kitchen. It's about 9:30 a.m., so I definitely slept in a bit. I threw on a really comfy matching set for the day, and I'm about to go out into the kitchen and get my morning coffee. I went straight into the kitchen for my morning coffee, which, as you know, I love making large with huge ice cubes and a lot of coffee. I decided to make this breakfast for myself of yogurt with chia seeds and frozen blueberries in it. I've been having this a lot lately. It's really delicious, a very sweet way to start the day, but also gives you some good probiotics. Because of this challenge, I sort of woke up excited to not check my phone. So I didn't really feel like throughout the morning I was itching to pick up my phone. I was actually itching to not touch it, and it worked out pretty well. I decided that I wanted to use this day as a loop day. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have heard me talk about loop day before, but I learned this concept first from Jesse and Marnie from the Ultimate Health podcast. And essentially the idea is to schedule one day in your month when you close all of your open loops. So if you're anything like me, throughout the month, you might just start jotting down things you have to do, like pick up a prescription or fix something in your house, and you just wind up never doing it, and you push projects back sometimes months on end. Loop day is the one day of the month when you dedicate your time to doing all those things that you just keep pushing back every other day. So I decided to treat this day like a loop day and be really productive, do a lot of things for me, things that I've been wanting to do, things that I've been putting off. And yeah, it was loop day. So here's some of the things I did. First things first, after breakfast, I decided to set up this indoor garden that Michael had gifted me for my birthday. I had been meaning to set this up for a while, and so I was really excited when I finally decided to just do it. I've been itching to grow my own food indoors for a really long time now. Recently, with COVID, we've been at our parents' houses, and both of our parents have gardens in their backyards, so it's been really nice to tend to the garden and watch fruits and veggies grow. And ever since coming back to the city, I've just wanted to have that gardening experience inside, even in my New York City apartment. And I know it's possible because there are so many cool technologies. So we got this little tiny aero garden that sits on your kitchen shelf. It can grow anything from tomatoes to lettuces to peppers, lots of vegetables. Michael actually got me a mixed vegetable kit and a tomato seed kit, and I decided to go with the mixed vegetable kit so we can get a little of everything. And it was really easy. You just fill the whole thing with water, stick the pods in, put the dome tops on them, and then turn it on and plug it in. I added the plant food to the water, and I just have to do that every 2 weeks and also make sure to refill the water every month. Okay, so that was a really fun project. It took me about a half hour to set up, but now it's all good and hopefully we get some really great veggies out of it. So just to remind you what was in here, golden harvest cherry tomatoes, jalapeno peppers, super hot peppers, red heirloom cherry tomato, and red fire Thai pepper. So I'm really excited to try all of these. It basically seems like they're all gonna germinate within 30 days or so, so I'm really excited to see what happens. But I have this heirloom cherry tomato kit here that I'm now just gonna set aside for once these plants are done and I clean the garden out, then I'll go planting the tomatoes, hopefully some point in the winter or early next year. But for now, we're gonna have a garden that's gonna grow, and I'm just writing down dates in a notebook so I can remember to add to my calendar. Every 2 weeks I need to give the plants food, and every month I need to refill the water. So I wish I had my phone with me right now to write down the dates and add calendar invites, but I'm just gonna jot it down on a piece of paper, and I will do that tomorrow. And I'm so excited for my plants. So that was fun. I was really excited to finally have the garden assembled. And then once I was done building the garden, I was sort of inspired to do something zen and personal. So I decided to go do a 20-minute session lying down on my new Acupressure mat. Bye, have a good day.
See ya. Have fun.
Thanks. All right, I am going to use my new Acupressure mat that I got when I started experiencing back pain. So this is what it looks like. It's very strange and spiky to the touch. It actually kind of pokes you. Doesn't hurt, it feels like needles. And I guess that's what it's supposed to replicate, is acupuncture needles going into your back and stimulating circulation and all that good stuff. It comes with a pillow and you just sort of lie on it. You can wear clothes if you want, or if you want it to be more intense, you can have no clothes on. I like to just wear a sports bra so that I can sort of feel it through there, but I'm not entirely naked. And you just lie on it for 20 minutes. When you first lie down, it's a little bit difficult to let your body relax into it because it's not that it's painful, but it feels very strange. It's a little uncomfortable at first, but once you just breathe and relax, eventually you sort of start melting into them and it feels really good. So I'm gonna lie on it now. It feels really good, but it's kind of intense. And the moment I sit up and show you what my back looks like, you'll see it looks like there's little spiky sticks that have just stuck me all over my back. But I'm pretty sure that these little acupressure points stimulate circulation, and I definitely feel relaxed after getting up from this mat. Let me show you my back. There you go. You can also step on it or just stand on it, which feels kind of weird but pretty good. And you can do this barefoot. It's a little intense for me, so I'm keeping my socks on. But you just stand and take some deep breaths. You probably know that I've been partnering with Fabletics for a while now. Their clothing is so cute, they're size inclusive, so they have something for every body type. And every month the styles get so much cuter, so I'm obsessed with September's styles. Because I had nothing else going on this day when I filmed this, I decided to make this a little fun, teachable moment for you and not only show you the outfits, but while doing so, teach you how to do a really cool editing technique where you put 5 of you on the screen at once. So I'm gonna walk you through the process of how I do something like that on the back end while I'm editing the video. And while I do that, you'll see the names of the items popping up in case you want to get them. So the first thing you have to do to get multiple versions of you in the screen at once is set up your camera in a wide frame. In this case, I used my living room and I made sure it was really wide so that there were various vertical portions that could be sectioned out. The next thing you want to do, which is something you always want to do whenever you're making a stop motion-esque jump cutting type of video, is to lock the auto exposure and the auto focus. If you don't do that, anytime you move through the screen, it's going to get brighter or dimmer based on where you are, and you just want a nice flat focus and a nice flat lighting. I put on 5 of my favorite Fabletics looks for the month. Everything is so different and colorful, but I really just love how it really screams fall. There's a lot of comfy 2-piece sets this month, a lot of layering, a lot of really cute sports bras, and really comfy pants. If you're interested in seeing more Fabletics clothes, I always share a haul on my Instagram story a couple times a month, so be sure to check out my Instagram at Lucie Fink. But here's what I did. So in each outfit, I went to a different section of the video. And the main thing you want to make sure of is that you don't cross over into another section of the video. If you do, you're going to see that you'll be cut out, because what we're going to do is take each of these video clips of me in a different part of the living room. We're going to layer them on top of each other in Adobe Premiere. And then I'm going to drag the crop feature on top of most of them. And then I'm going to crop each video clip differently to reveal myself in multiple parts of the scene at once. Then once you play all of these videos simultaneously with the right cropping done, you can see that there's 5 of me in the frame at once. This is really easy to do on Adobe Premiere. I'm sure it's just as simple on other video editing softwares as well. But the key here is really making sure that your camera does not move as you're doing this, and that the lighting and exposure is the same across all of the shots. And if you're liking any of these Fabletics outfits that you're seeing here, always remember that if you use my VIP link, which is in the description box, and you become a Fabletics VIP, you can get any 2 bottoms for just $24 right now. So Michael was at home. He's been working from home recently, and we decided to cook lunch together. We had some pre-chopped up veggies from the day before, so we just sauteed them. We made some chickpea pasta, and then I also heated up a little bit of extra bone broth that I had from the day before. So a quick note about being phoneless here. I was doing really well up until lunchtime, but around this point of the day, I started to realize that there were moments when I was like, where's my phone? And I felt as if I lost it, when really I didn't have it all day. It was off and in my drawer all day. But there were moments when just instinctively I would kind of reach for it and be like, where is it? And then I'd realize, oh yeah, it's off. Another thing that kind of sucked is that around this time when Michael got back to work, he was on a video call and I heard him say out loud what the date was, and it all connected in my head that it was actually one of my friend's birthdays, and I didn't have my phone to wish her happy birthday, couldn't get on my computer to send her a note through social media, so that kind of blew. Of course, the next day when I woke up, I texted her immediately and I told her that I was working on this video, so here's the video. Told you, it was real. After lunch, I did some reading for about an hour. Here's the book I'm currently reading. About to go sit on the couch and read away. I also realized that I had a lot of things I wanted to clear out, so I spent about an hour decluttering my closet and cleaning out my office. And ultimately I created 2 big donation bags that I dragged to the front door, and I planned on donating the next day. And then I decided to tweeze my eyebrows, which is something I had been meaning to do all week. I just ran out to the pharmacy to pick up a prescription, and I didn't bring my camera with me because I needed to wear a mask in the street. So I didn't want to be like filming and trying to talk through a mask while I walked, but the sun did come out. So it was really nice to get outside and get a little bit of sunshine. It's now starting to get cloudy again, but at least I got a little vitamin D on my skin. And yeah, I feel like I'm ticking off boxes left and right. By the end of the day, I have to say I pretty much forgot that I didn't have my phone. And so much so that actually there's not much footage for this video of me at night because I really didn't even remember that I was doing an experiment or filming a video. There were only a couple of points when I remembered to turn on the camera, like when we filmed a little bit of our dinner and I just shared a little bit of what we were doing that night. Dinner time!
Crossword. Check. Works. Check.
I've got some falafels, a pepper, hard-boiled egg, some olives and onions, chickpeas, and I think that this is pickled something. Unsure what. And pita. And Michael has this chicken
Hands off.
bowl. Michael's got this chicken guac bowl, which is looking real good in the camera. Oh yeah. We are so close. So close. All we have is this. That's as far as we got. If anyone has the answers to those 4 tiles, comment below. We're too tired to finish. Just so you know, 49 down, the clue is 1 propelling a raft, maybe. 50 is superb on Broadway. And 64 across is blank Z, classic Camaro. If anyone's got the answers to these 4 spots.
52 across and sound of a
Oh,
fife.
well 52 across, the sound of a fife. If you got that, just comment below. Thanks. But for the most part, I completely forgot about the experiment until I got in bed and I realized that I wanted to grab my phone to set my alarm for the next day. But yeah, it turns out that going a day without my phone was actually not nearly as difficult as I thought it would be. Once I committed to the challenge and I just knew I was not gonna have it all day, it wasn't nearly as difficult as it seems to be in a typical day when I'm really just trying to do work and I'm getting distracted by picking up my phone. I almost feel like it's that all or nothing mentality where it's like a little bit easier to not have it at all rather than having it sit there and willing yourself to not go on it. So I might actually have to set like 2-hour pockets in each day to just turn it off when I'm trying to accomplish something. I really love doing this challenge. It reminded me how productive I can be and how many things I can check off my to-do list when I'm not distracted on social media or when I'm not just sitting there being attentive to everyone who texts or calls. Let me know down in the comment section if you think you could do this challenge, and if you did, how it would work for you. I'm curious if you think it would be really easy or if people would be trying to get in touch with you. And also, even if you don't go an entire 24 hours without your phone, try setting up a loop day for yourself this month. Even if it's not a whole day, schedule just a little bit of time where you're not gonna look at your phone and you're gonna check off and close all those loops of all the things you've been meaning to do. Let me know down in the comments what other challenges you wanna see me try. Don't forget, if you wanna try a 5-day challenge with me every single month, I host one on my Patreon community. I'll put the link down in the description box. You can also see the list of all the names of people who are part of my Twin Sis BFF tier on Patreon, which is where we do the 5-day challenges every month. There's a private Facebook group. They get 2 live Q&A sessions with me every single month on Zoom. There's custom Lucie merch and so much more. So I really hope you join that community if you're into challenges and if you want to try new things all the time to experiment and enhance your life. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at LucieBFink. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to my channel for more. See you next time. Bye.